We continue our conversation now with our political roundtable. And Jesse, I'll pick up where we left off. Are Democrats scared?
Well, they should be, because keep in mind, not only do we have a presidential election, we also have to worry about how many people show up for the presidential election because of COVID-19, and we have to worry about the voter registration and voter suppression. So not only do you have to turn Republicans against President Trump, you also have to make sure Democrats get out to vote, that they're healthy enough to vote, and Republicans don't stop them from voting. So if you think just a poll is enough to make you assured that President Trump is going to lose, then you don't have your eye on the big picture. There are a lot of things that Democrats have to think about when they're out there getting ready for November, and a poll is the least of them right now.
Jesse, should I point out that it was a Democrat who said, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself"? Terri, is this not fear itself that Democrats are afraid of?
You know, I think we better take all of these signs very seriously, and voting, Jesse hit it on the head, is the #1 issue, because in fact, if Trump had his way, he would cancel the election. So we do have, you know, very big issues as far as voting and turnout is concerned. And I think every time we go on a show, I think every time a leader speaks, every time an athlete or someone in entertainment speaks, their main mission should be get out and vote, because that's the only way we're going to be able to make a difference here. And I do think that we have to clearly get Trump out of office and flip the Senate unless we want to lose our democracy altogether, because everyone is saying that, both Democrats and Republicans, the fact that if he goes 4 more years, this will not be a democracy, it'll be an autocracy.
Everybody, though, is saying on the Trump side that if he doesn't get 4 more years, America as we know it is going to disappear. Brian, what happens if this becomes not necessarily Democrat versus Republican, but white versus black?
Well, I think we're looking at some difficult elections and aftermath of an election ahead, which you know, the transitions will have to plot out and plan for. And both camps seem to be doing at least the right thing so far. They're telegraphing that, you know, they'll accept the results of elections and that type of thing. However, we can expect some disappointment from one side or another, no matter what. The question is, you know, at what level does that disappointment arise to? Also, you know, the indicator that concerns me most of all is that we really don't have a strong Justice Department, a strong community relations division at the Justice Department, which is charged with managing and mitigating civil unrest by engaging communities and taking the temperature and planning for these types of things. We don't have a Justice Department and a Homeland Security Department that's really tracking hate groups, domestic hate groups, whether it be the alt-right or the Klan. We have to do those things in order to anticipate any unrest that could intimidate or suppress votes and could cause disruptions after the elections. And I don't have a whole lot of confidence based on what I've seen in the last few weeks of this administration putting those things in place.
Jesse, you want to take a last bite out of that apple?
Yeah, the one thing that I'm not worried about is this becoming a black versus white thing when it comes to politics, because as we all know, there are black Republicans. There are white Democrats. This is more of a Democrat versus Republican. And frankly, it's a battle of who shows up at the polls. There's no question that if Democrats don't show up en masse to vote in November, whether absentee, virtually, or in person, the Republicans are going to win. It's no question of if Republicans, a good chunk of the Republican Party, decides that they don't approve of what President Trump has done and vote third party or don't vote at all, then President Trump won't win. Once again, it's all about turnout, and it's about politics, not skin color for right now.
When we come back, the proverbial question, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound if nobody's around? So if President Trump holds a rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, And 2 weeks later, 500 people are sick with the coronavirus. Was it the campaign's fault? Stay with us.